Are you struggling with debugging and error handling in your C++ projects? This video is here to help. We'll cover common errors, understand the typical mistakes that occurs in C++ programming, debugging techniques, learn effective strategies to identify and fix bugs, debugging tools, get to know essential tools that can make your debugging process smoother, and exception handling, explore how to handle exceptions and errors gracefully in your C++ code. Whether you are a beginner or looking to sharpen your skills, this video will provide you with the knowledge you need to tackle errors confidently.
Common errors in C++ programming. 1. Syntax errors. Syntax errors occur when the rules of the C++ language are not followed. Examples include missing semicolons, unmatched parentheses, and misspelled keywords. 2. Logic errors. Logic errors occur when the program does not produce the expected output due to incorrect logic. Examples include incorrect conditions in if statements, incorrect loop conditions, and incorrect variable assignments. 3. Runtime errors. Runtime errors occur when a program is running and can include errors such as division by zero, accessing an out-of-bounds array element, and using uninitialized variables. Debugging techniques. 1. Compile with warnings enabled. Compile your code with warnings enabled, wall flag in G++ to catch potential issues. 2. Use a debugger. Use a debugger like GDB, new debugger, to step through your code, inspect variables, and identify the source of errors. 3. Print statements. Use COO statements to print the values of variables and track the flow of your program. 4. Code review. Review your code line by line to check for syntax errors, logic errors, and potential runtime errors. 5. Divide and conquer. Break your code into smaller parts and test each part individually to identify where errors occur. 6. Use version control. Use version control systems like Git to track changes to your code and revert to previous versions if necessary. 7. Use static analysis tools. Use static analysis tools like Clang Static Analyzer and PVS Studio to detect potential issues in your code. Hashtag include >IOStream greater than using namespace std int main int x y COO less than enter two numbers sin greater than x greater than y. If y equals 0, COO less than division less than x y less than endl else opening curly bracket COO less than error division by 0 less than endl return 0. Conclusion. Debugging is an essential skill for every programmer. By using a combination of techniques such as compiler warnings, debuggers, print statements, code reviews, and static analysis tools, you can effectively identify and fix errors in your code.
File, save as ERR1. ERR1, save. Common error in C++ programming. Simple example. Read all these libraries. No need int x comma y semicolon cout less than within a quotation mark enter value for x and y semicolon sin sin more than x more than y semicolon. If and bracket y is not equal to 0, y is not equal to 0, curly bracket begin, curly bracket close, cout less than with a double quotation mark division x by y less than x divided by y less than and l. Else within a curly bracket cout less than within a double quotation mark error division by 0. Division by 0. less than, and L, save and run the program. Syntax error, expected semicolon. The syntax error is there. Expected semicolon, and L, semicolon, save and run this program once again. Save and run this program once again. Enter value for x 10 and value for y 0. Error division by 0. Run a program once again. Enter the value 10 and 2 divided by x divided by y means 10 divided by 2, 5. X division x y 5.
Using debugging tools and techniques in C++. Debugging is an essential skill for every programmer. Here's how you can use debugging tools and techniques to identify and fix errors in your C++ code. 1. Use a debugger, GDB. Compile with debugging symbols. Compile your code with debugging symbols enabled, G-flag and G++, to allow the debugger to map machine instructions back to the source code. Bash. G++ go program.cpp. Run the debugger. Use GDB to run your program and set breakpoints where you suspect the error occurs. Bash. GDB program. Set breakpoints. Use the break command to set breakpoints at specific lines of code. Bash. Break filename.cpp, line number. Start execution. Use the run command to start executing your program. Bash. Run. Step through code. Use commands like step, next, and finish to navigate through your code line by line. Bash. Step. Next. Finish. Inspect variables. Use the print command to inspect the values of variables. Bash. Print variable _name. 2. Use print statements. Insert COUT statements in your code to print the values of variables and track the flow of your program. Example. Hashtag include IOStream. Using namespace std. Int main. Int x, y. COUT enter two numbers. CINXY. COUT x equals x, y equals y and L. If y equals 0. COUT division, x/y and L. Else. COUT error, division by 0. And L. Return 0. 3. Use static analysis tools. Use static analysis tools like Clang Static Analyzer and PVS Studio to detect potential issues in your code. 4. Divide and conquer. Break your code into smaller parts and test each part individually to identify where errors occur. Example. Hashtag include IOStream. Using namespace std. Int main. Int x, y. COUT enter two numbers. CINXY. COUT x equals x, y equals y and L. If y equals 0. COUT division, x/y and L. Else. COUT error, division by 0. And L. Return 0. Conclusion. Debugging tools and techniques like GDB, print statements, static analysis tools, and divide and conquer approach can help you identify and fix errors in your C++ code efficiently. By using these tools and techniques, you can quickly locate the source of errors and develop robust and error-free C++ programs. Exception handling in C++. Exception handling in C++ allows you to gracefully handle errors and exceptional situations that occur during the execution of a program. C++ provides the try, catch, and throw keywords for exception handling. 1. Try, catch, and throw keywords. Try block. The try block encloses the code that may throw an exception. Catch block. The catch block catches and handles exceptions thrown within the try block. Throw statement. The throw statement is used to throw an exception explicitly. Syntax. Try. // code that may throw an exception. Throw exception, // throw an exception explicitly. Catch, exception _ type 1 and E1. // handle exception of type exception _ type 1. Catch, exception _ type 2 and E2. // handle exception of type exception _ type 2. Catch. // catch all other exceptions. Example. Hashtag include IqraStream. Using namespace std. Double division, int a, int b. If b == 0. Throw division by 0. Return double a/b. Int main. Int x = 10, y = 0. Try. Double result equals division, x, y. Coot result endl. Catch, const char * message. Ser error, message endl. Return 0. Output. Error, division by 0. Commonly used exception classes. Std, exception, base class for all standard C++ exceptions. Std, runtime _error, exception class with error conditions that can only be detected at runtime. Std, logic _error, exception class with error conditions that represent errors in the internal logic of the program. Example. Hashtag include IqraStream. Hashtag include stexcept. Using namespace std. Double division, int a, int b. If b == 0. Throw runtime _error, division by 0. Return double a/b. Int main. Int x = 10, y = 0. Try. Double result equals division, x, y. Coot result endl. Catch, const runtime _error and e. Ser error, e.what, endl. Return 0. Output. Error, division by 0. Conclusion. Exception handling in C++ allows you to gracefully handle errors and exceptional situations that occur during the execution of a program. By using try, catch, and throw keywords, you can handle exceptions and ensure that your program behaves predictably even in the presence of errors.
Next program, modifying this program file, save as error2, err2, save. Simply modify this program for displaying the values of x and y. Using print statement, modifying this program using print statement cout less than \n within a double question mark, x is equal to less than x less than within a double question mark, y is equal \t for spaces, y is equal to less than y less than and this statement shows values of x and y. Save and run this program. Enter value for x and y. I am entering a value for x and 10, x 10 and y 0. X equal to 10, y equal to 0. Error division by 0. Display the error division by 0. Clear a screen. Run once again. Enter different values and see the result. Enter value for x and y. We are entering 200 and 10. X equal to 200, y equal to 10. Division x divided by y is equal to 20. See there. Corrected is equal to, run once again. Enter value for x and y, 100 and 5. X equal to 100, y equal to 5. Division x divided by y is equal to 20. Cout enter value for x and y, sin x, y. Then using print statement displaying values, y is equal to 0 and displaying the error. File, save as error 3. a simple example of C++ program. Try, catch, and throw. Modifying this program. Write down function double division 1 and bracket integer a comma integer b, curly bracket begin, curly bracket close, double throw. If b is equal to 0, curly bracket begin, curly bracket close, throw within a double question mark, error is not equal to, or error exclamation symbol, division by 0, division by 0, return double and bracket x a divided by b semicolon. Return के spelling, correct return spelling, return double a divided by b. In main function, what we have to do, what we have to change here, simply delete this portion or write down here integer xy, accept the value of xy, display the value of xy, then try and curly bracket double res is equal to division function, what we have declared before, defined before that, division function x comma y semicolon c out less than division is equal to less than res less than and l. Delete this portion, catch in bracket constant character pointer msg, curly bracket begin, cer r less than within a question mark, within a double question mark, error exclamation symbol, less than msg less than and l. Save and run this program, or before that correct syntax error. A red line shows the syntax error, we are correcting it. It displaying the syntax error, ambiguating new declaration of a double division entry, ambiguating in. So what we have to do here, division 1, we define division 1, so we have to call division 1, di1. Save and run this program. Save and run this program. It asks for x and y value. Enter value of x and y, 10, 0. X equal to 10, y is equal to 0, and error division by 0. 2 times error comes because we write down error in a throw statement also. So delete this statement, delete this error from a throw statement. Save and run again, clear screen, save and run, enter value for x and y, 100 and 50. X equal to 100, y equal to 50, and division is equal to, there is no error. Clear screen. and runs again and run once again. Enter value for x and y 100 and 0, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 0, and error division by 0. Double result is equal to division x and y, C out, division, try and catch. We declare first function, declare and define the function. In that function, if error occurs, we throw the file, save as error 4. In this example, we write down a program, just pasting here and showing you that program. Copy paste the whole program. It is also example of a try and catch. A simple example of C++ program: try, catch, and throw, accept only integer value. If we are accepting any other value, it will display the error. So int read integer function, string input, cout integer and integer, then is scene input, for character C input, if is digit C, throw invalid argument, invalid input, not an integer, is not is digit C, then throw the error, return stoi input, convert string to integer, here this function, then stoi convert string to integer. Then integer main try integer number is equal to read integer function, calling this cout, you entered number, and then catch constant invalid underscore argument and e, cout code and exceptions e dot what, and then catch again cout code and unknown exception, cout program continue. Save and run this program. In this program, see the output, enter an integer value, we are entering an integer value 10. You enter 10, program continues. Means there is no error. Run again, enter different value, enter an integer ABC, press enter key, caught an exception invalid input, not an integer, program continue. Once again, clear a screen and run this program. Enter an integer value, we are entering here 1, 2, 3. You entered 1, 2, 3, program continues. Clear screen. Run once again and see the differences. We have seen 2 or 3 programs, input from the users. The program asks the user to input a numerator and a denominator. Then we try block the divisions, separations, and the potentials for an exception if the denominator is 0 are enclosed within the try block, and throwing an exception if the denominator is 0, the program and exceptions with the message division by 0 error. Catch block, the catch block catches the exceptions and prints the error messages. Continuation after exception. After handling the exception, the program continues to execute and prints program continues output. When you run this program and enter a denominator of a 0, the output will be, for example, you enter the numerator 10 and enter the denominator 0. What will happen? Caught an exception division by 0 error, program continues. When you enter the value denominator, that will be, for example, enter the numerator 10 and enter the denominator 2. What will happen? It will display the result 2. Next program, you have seen in next program, the function read integer reads a string input from the user, right? And it checks if the input consists only of digits. If any character is not a digit, it throw an invalid argument exception with the message invalid input, not an integer. If the input is valid, it converts the strings to an integers using stoi function and return it. What is a try block? The try block is used to wrap the call to read integer which may throw an exception, and the catch blocks. What will happen? The first catch block catches invalid arguments, exceptions, and prints the exception message using e.what function. The second catch block is a catch block that catches any other type of exception and prints a generic message through an exception. The throw statement in the read integer functions throws an invalid argument exception if the input is not a valid integer, continues after exception. After the exception is called and handled, the program continues to execute normally. Printing program continues. Output. We have seen output when we run this program and enter the invalid input. For example, a string ABC, the output will be called an integer, called an exception invalid, called an exception invalid. For example, I enter an integer ABC. For example, I enter integer and ABC, where I entered ABC. It asks enter an integer. I enter ABC. Then it displays error called an exception invalid input, not an integer, and program continues. When we integer, it asks enter an integer. I entered 1 to 3. You entered 1 to 3 display, and the program continues. This example demonstrates how to handle exceptions for invalid input, providing a more user-friendly way to manage errors in program. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you better understand debugging and error handling in C++. By mastering these techniques and tools, you will be able to write more robust and error-free code. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more programming tutorials and tips. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, leave a comment below. Happy coding. Till then, see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.